Up with KREM begins now.
7:30 on the dot this morning. Governor Brad Little has outlined Idaho's plans to use the $2.2 billion given to the state in federal COVID relief money. Today, we'll tell you what that plan entails. Plus, Safeway and Albertsons are teaming up with the federal government. We're talking about how they plan to help with vaccine distribution across the country. And we have a special guest this morning. Laura Papetti is joining us to talk about her pick for the KREM 2 Charity Madness.
And of course, we're going to take you outside. A little bit of cloud cover and some isolated showers this morning, but I think we'll see a little sun later today.
Hey, check this out. Right now, there are 10 pregnant nurses at Providence Holy Family Hospital. And that's not even the craziest part of this story. We got the full story coming up in just a few minutes, but it's a wild one, Jeremy. I mean, we knew there was the potential for a baby boom related to the pandemic. I think it's just interesting to see it come through the nurses.
Yeah. And you know, I know the producers are going to tell me to wrap. I've always said pregnancy, it's contagious. Your friends get pregnant and then you're like, we should have kids that will be friends. And then next thing you know, all those kids have more friends.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Were you told to wrap, by the way?
No, not at all. Oh, yeah. Okay, there it is.
There it is.
All right. Let's get you out the door and let you know what to expect today, because temperatures are on the mild side this morning. And after the past few days of rising or watching those temps climb by more than 20 degrees, you're probably thinking, what? Another day in the 60s? No, not happening. It's just not. And the reason is we've got the cloud cover, we've got the moisture, and we've got everything it takes to kind of battle what the sun is going to try to do today. We're watching those showers kind of dissipate. We're losing a little bit of the moisture as the front moves its way out and a lot of the energy. So most of what we see will be some light showers up and over some of those mountainous areas for the next few hours. Then this afternoon, some peaks of sunshine. Then tomorrow, another early morning round of showers is possible as we kick things off. But here's how it plays out for you. Temps from near 40 this morning to near 50 this afternoon. And I do think we see some sun, but just expect things to be a bit cooler.
Good heads up there, Jeremy. We appreciate it. Here at 7:32, Governor Brad Little has been a critic of President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package. However, the Idaho governor says he still plans to use the $2.2 billion allocated to the state. He said rejecting the money would mean giving Idahoans tax dollars to places like California and New York. States have nearly 4 years to spend most of the new funds. Little says that means they'll be strategic and thoughtful about how they spend the money. Here are Governor Little's priorities for spending this money. First, Little says he wants to make long-range investments that will serve to better the opportunities of our grandchildren. Second, Governor Little says one-time funds should go to one-time expenses. Third, Little wants to use some of the funds to lower the state's capital and deferred maintenance costs in the years ahead. And the final big point, Little says the funds also should not duplicate other federal programs that support specific industries or programs. Some of the direct funds are also legally required to be allocated within 1 to 2 months. That includes things like K-12 public education, and Little says he plans to allocate those funds before the next legislative session. And of course, that was just a brief overview of the governor's announcement. If you want more information, you can text the word Idaho to 509-448-2000. We'll get you an article with all of those details. Coming up on 7:34 now, here are things that you need to know about the coronavirus this morning. COVID-19 vaccines are now available at Safeway and Albertsons. It's in their pharmacies throughout North Idaho. Safeway Albertsons is partnering with the federal government to assist in administering these vaccines. They'll be offering the vaccines at all of their locations in North Idaho. And to book an appointment, you can head to the link on your screen. That is mhealthcheckin.com. Right now, they are currently administering the Moderna vaccine, and your second appointment will be automatically scheduled once you get your first dose. Washington will also see big changes coming up on Monday. That is when the entire state enters phase 3 of the reopening plan. Here's what that means. Businesses and restaurants can open their indoor occupancy up to 50%. It also allows up to 400 people to gather for indoor and outdoor activities. Sports teams can have up to 25% occupancy in stadiums, and the eviction moratorium has also been extended now through June 30th. And Idaho is also seeing big changes on Monday. Right now, the people between the ages of 55 and 64 that have at least one underlying condition are eligible to receive a vaccine. But people who are between that age range without any pre-existing conditions will become eligible on Monday, the 22nd. Then we look forward one more week on March 29th. People between 45 and 54 years old who have underlying health conditions will become eligible. They will be followed by the general population in the same age group on the next week of April 5th. Then to April 12th. Eligibility opens to people between 16 and 44 years old who have at least one pre-existing condition. Then it opens on April 26th for all Idahoans 16 and older. Well, we told you right at the top of the half hour, trending this morning, a group of nurses within the maternal unit at Providence Holy Family are all pregnant together. 10 nurses are currently pregnant, as you can see them all featured here this morning on this picture. Providence released the picture yesterday, and you can see their signs list their due dates and the genders of their babies. But some people don't want their genders to be revealed. They want it to be a surprise. Not only that, 2 nurses have already given birth to their own babies. Here's what one of them had to say.
I don't think anyone expected, especially our unit, to have this type of baby boom. But for a year, that's been kind of unimaginable, not only just like as a nurse, but in life in general. It's brought a lot of joy to all of us.
Sarah is one of the nurses who actually delivers at Holy Family. Some of the pregnant nurses are planning on doing the same. And despite 10 pregnant nurses all being pregnant at the same time, Providence say they don't expect scheduling to be an issue.
Wonderful A&Ms that are wizards with our schedules. So I bet you they'll be able to make the patterns all work and everyone will be taken care of.
The nurse manager actually says she's excited for these nurses to experience the same care they provide every day to families in our communities. Well, coming up, Laura Papetti is still in it for our KREM 2 Charity Madness, and this morning she's going to join us to talk about her pick, Spokanimal. She'll tell us why she chose this organization and what winning our friendly competition would do for them.
Oh, I always love Laura Papetti, so definitely stick around for that. And coming up, we're also talking the weekend forecast. I'll let you know what to expect on Saturday and Sunday.
And if you get seasonal allergies, you are probably starting to feel it right about now. A familiar pandemic tool can help block some of that pollen. We'll verify if a mask can help you in our next half hour of Up with KREM. And hey, by the way, we've been talking all week about some of the incredible history Gonzaga's been making all season, and they're looking for a little bit more. Before we go to break, there's a little piece of Gonzaga trivia. Boy, that's a tough word this morning, apparently. How many Zags were named as finalists for the Naismith Starting 5 Awards this year? Well, we already gave you the answer on your screen right there. It's 4. Gonzaga has become the only program in the 7-year history of the Naismith Starting 5 Awards program to have 4 players named as finalists in the same season. We're talking about Corey Kispert, Drew Timme, Jalen Suggs, and Joel Ayayi, all who received a recognition for an award.